today. So today we are going to have an example for t-test for one sample mean. Okay. We use t-test when the population standard deviation is not given. So that's the assumption there. So here we have here in our problem, we have here a 10 randomly selected oil wells in a large field produced by following data per day. No? The question is there enough evidence to conclude that the oil is not producing an average of 22.5 barrels of crude oil per day? So test the hypothesis at alpha 0.01. Okay. Now, in this problem, this is definitely a we are going to use a t-test for one sample mean here, since in this problem there is no given population standard deviation or population variance. No. And also the number of samples that we have here is only, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have only 10 samples, and it's insufficient for us to use the z-test. So now let's proceed with the steps in solving this problem. Okay, first we will state the null hypothesis. So the null hypothesis is mu equals what's that? 22.5 barrels. Then our null hypothesis is mu is not equals. So we will just state it in word, not that rather than in symbols, because it would take us time to write the symbols. Not equal to 22.5. So our claim here, okay, the claim here is the null hypothesis. No, the alternative hypothesis is the claim. So we have here in our alpha is 0.01. Then df is, we have df is 9. We have 10. N is 10 minus 1, so we have 10. We have 10 minus 1, which is equals to 9. So our df here is 9. So we will use the test. We will use for t-test for one sample mean. For one sample mean. Okay, so our critical value here, our CV. So we have T, our T critical. So we will look onto our table. So we look onto 0.01, two tails for 0.01, and it's in this table. So it's in this table. We have two tails 0.01, 9. So we have 3.250. Okay, we have 3.250. So this is 3.250. Now let us now compute for the t-statistics. Okay. So for the t-statistics, we need the mean and the standard deviation at the end. Okay. So to compute the mean, okay, let us input first our data. We have 21, 19, 20, 22, 24, 21, 19, 22, 22, and 20. So our mean will be, so we will compute for our mean, and that is average, so equals average, and highlight this one. So that is our mean. And our standard deviation, so we have our S. Our standard deviation is, we just compute, equals STDEV. We will just make use of the sample, the sample standard deviation for the formula for the sample standard deviation. And this is now the result. Now we will compute now our T. So our T will be, so we have equals, we have here, so our mu is 22.5, 22.5. Oh, wait lang. I have here 22.5 minus our mean here, divided by the close parenthesis. We just follow the formula, no? And this one divided by 9. And our T now is, oh sorry, it should be square root. So it should be square root, no? So there. So as you can see, we have these statistics of 2.87821. 2.87821. Okay, now let us now compare. So let's proceed with our decision. So let's proceed with our decision. Okay, so what is our decision here? Okay, since our T computed is less than our, check on this. So this is lesser than the critical value, our critical value. So thus, what is our decision? No? So our decision is we are going to, it is failed to, so it failed to reject HO, our null hypothesis. So as a conclusion, so our conclusion here is there is not enough there is no enough evidence that supports the claim that the average barrels of oil produced is not equal to 22.5. And that's it.